Hello, I'm Eloise, your lead Beautonomy YouTube host, and for today's video I am going to be showing you the brand new Beautonomy magnetic palettes, and here is mine. I created this palette and had so much fun doing so. So if you've been watching these YouTube videos for a while, you will know that I have so many of the little 8-pan palettes, and I was so excited to find out that they were coming out with magnetic palettes. Being a professional makeup artist, it is so annoying having to carry around loads of little palettes, and having one big magnetic palette with all of your favourites in is a must. So let me show you what's inside. So as you open it up, you have a huge magnetic palette with so many pans of eyeshadows and also complexion products, but we'll get onto that, with a huge mirror inside. Oh, you can see I'm wearing my Christmas pyjamas. The mirror already has so many fingerprints on as well, I do apologise, but it's enormous. And the one thing that I absolutely love is the fact that you can fold it backwards the whole way, which is amazing because you can put it on your desk flat, or you can hold the mirror and flip it round, pick up your eyeshadows, flip it back round and use the mirror. That's just perfect for me. I love that. So in this palette, I have been able to fit in 15 eyeshadows. So we've got 14 down here and one little random one up here. And I've put it in colour order because that's just me. I'm a makeup artist. I need to be able to see visually where all the shadows are and in their correct colour order. And we also have 3 complexion pans. So we have a highlighter, a blush and a bronzer, and I'm wearing all 3 on my cheeks today, and you'll see later on in the video how gorgeous they are. This is my first time trying Beautonomy complexion products, and let me tell you, I'm impressed. So yeah, I just love the fact that they now have magnetic palettes, so you can choose all of your Beautonomy faves and pop them in one palette. This is perfect for travel. Like I said, it's perfect for a professional makeup artist. It's perfect for anyone who just loves makeup. The story behind the palette is, I was trying to get creative, you know. I just thought it was a really cool idea. It's got all of my favourites in here, complexion products and eyeshadows, all my favourite eyeshadows. And you can create so many different looks with all of those eyeshadows. So I thought The Faces of Eloise by Eloise May MUA, which is my Instagram handle if any of you want to follow me. So yeah, that is the magnetic palette. So if you want to get your hands on one as well, go onto the Beautonomy website and you'll be able to get creative as well. So without further ado, if you want to see how I created this eyeshadow look right here and how I got these gorgeous glowing cheeks, then make sure you keep on watching. Okay, so I've just primed my eyes off camera. Just quickly patting that in to make sure it's not too sticky. Okay, so I'm so excited to be using my own palette, but these are the colours we're going to be going into. So I'm going to take the shade Suede first, and I'm going to be using the huge mirror in the palette. So I'm going to start by stamping that Suede shade onto my lash line. And I'm going to be slowly building that up into a winged out shape, making sure that it's not too swooped. And don't worry about it looking like this for now, because obviously we are going to be blending that out with the slightly lighter shades. But we really want to focus that on the outer corner so far, because as you can see, it ends up being really pulled out and lifted. So I'm just tapping over the edge now, just to help soften those edges just a little bit, and that is going to help us to blend with the next colour. And then I'm going to be taking the shade Atacama and Don Julio, mixing those two together. These shades that I've used so far are all of the new ones, and they're absolutely gorgeous. So I'm just going on the edge of that suede with my brush. I've gone in with a slightly fluffier brush this time, so that we can really soften that edge. And you can see they just blend out so effortlessly. I'm going to bring in those 2 colours ever so slightly into the centre of the eye now. Still in the socket, but that is just going to help when we put the shimmer on top. It's almost going to sort of frame that shimmer on the lid. And then because we've blended that suede out, inevitably we're going to lose some of the impact. So I'm just going to go back in with suede again, just to build it up really close to the lash line, and we can blend it up into the outer corner as well. that is just such a perfect blend. I love these shadows so, so much. Okay, next I'm going to be taking a black eyeliner pencil and I'm going to be lining the eyes, making it thicker in the outer corner and thinner on the inner corner, just like that. And I'm going to take a little pencil brush just to start going side to side over the top to smudge this colour. I'm then going to take Dark Nights, which is this black, one of the best blacks on the market, by the way. It's so, so dark. It's amazing. And I'm just going to go over the top, right at the base of the lashes, and then we're going to start to blend this outer corner so that it blends into that dark suede shade. We're going to go back in with Suede and a touch of Dark Nights mixed together. And we're going to really focus on this outer corner, blending and building up and winging out as well. And then back in with the blending brush with no extra product. And we're just going to go along that edge to make sure it's nice and seamless. Now I'm going to take the shade Bougie, which is one of my favourite highlighting colours. And I'm going to take this Beautonomy brush, which is kind of like a flat, fluffy brush, which I love. I'm going to take that shade and pop that right on the brow bone. So pretty. I'm taking off the excess and then we're going to blend this. Just captures the light so gorgeously. Love it for the brow bone. Such a glitzy highlight shade. On my finger, I'm now going to take this goldy coppery shade. So, so pretty and goes with the look perfectly. And I'm just going to pop that in the centre of the eye, tapping it on and focusing that on the inner corner as well. And I like to go slightly higher than my crease, just so that when my eyes are open, you can still see the edge of that shimmer, and that gives you the illusion that your eyes are much bigger and wider than they actually are. And that is from one dip. How pretty is that? And now I'm going to go in with this fiery red shade, just on the same finger, just so that it mixes together. And I'm going to place that right next door to that coppery shade, and it's going to blend into a suede in the outer corner. I always tend to put two shimmers on the lid, a lighter one at the front and a darker one at the back, just so that it blends better into that matte shade. And then back in with my suede brush. Just going to make sure those two colours merge together so you can't see where one starts and another one ends. Now I'm just going to go back in with Dark Nights with my pencil brush. Just run that along the lash line just to deepen it up a little bit more. I'm going to stick my lashes on, come back and show you the complexion products I have. I am now going to give the Beautonomy complexion products a go. So we've got a highlighter, a blush and a bronze. So let's see how we get on. I generally like to apply my highlighter first, then my bronzer, then my blush. I just feel like when you place your highlighter on first, your bronzer blends into it rather than putting your bronzer on first and having a stripe of highlighter. It's not a good look. Before I apply my highlighter, I like to use a setting spray just to wet down the face so that the highlighter grips a little bit better onto the skin, because obviously I've powdered, I've done my foundation, my concealer and my powder. Okay, so I've got my highlighter brush. I'm going to dust into this one. Oh, that is so, so pretty. That is such a gorgeous highlighting shade. I was a bit worried because that kind of looks quite goldy and a little bit too dark for me, but actually it's perfect. This one's just nice and natural but buildable as well. So if you want that real blinding highlighter, you can go in with a couple of layers. And then I always like to put highlighter above at the arch of the brow. I just feel like that's really flattering, especially if you want to go for like a dewy look. And then the tip of the nose. And then can you see this slight sheen on the bridge of my nose? I like to go there as well. So anywhere that the light naturally captures your face, that's where you want to kind of go. So if you look in the natural lighting or a really bright light, and wherever your skin reflects that light, that's where you want to put your highlighter. So I know I always reflect light here because I've got quite high cheekbones, above my brow, tip of the nose, and on the bridge of my nose, and a little bit on the chin as well. That is very, very pretty. Now for the bronzer. So this is the one I'm going to be going in with. This one's kind of quite cool toned. Oh, actually it comes out quite warm, which I love. I love a warm toned bronzer. Yeah, that is nice. So I like to go on top of my cheekbone here because that's going to really help to lift the face rather than going underneath the cheekbone. I love to put bronzer on my forehead. That's like my favourite place to put bronzer. A little bit on the tip of the nose, down the sides of the nose, nothing too crazy. I like more of like a soft bronze look rather than like a really harsh sculpted look. But that is just my personal preference. You do whatever you think suits your face. And you can see that just gives me such a gorgeous natural bronze, and we cannot finish this complexion without a ton of blush. I'm so obsessed with blush, so this is going to be the best part. I'm going to go in with this gorgeous rosy toned blush right on the apples of my cheeks and blending that back into the highlighter and bronzer. Oh, that is a gorgeous blusher. It's got a slight sheen to it, which I absolutely love. It adds to that glow. I love blush on the tip of my nose as well. Just looks like you've been out for a winter walk. Yeah, love that colour. That is absolutely beautiful. Perfect. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is pop some mascara on and a lip. I don't feel like I want to do a smoky under eye because it's very, very smoky on top. So I will be right back and show you the finished look. I am absolutely obsessed with this glow and this eye combination. It's just given me all the Christmas feels. I feel so glamorous, so gorgeous, so ready to go out, but I can't go out. But yeah, if you haven't already been convinced by the fact you need a Beautonomy, a magnetic palette with all of these goodies inside, then make sure you head over to their website, beautonomy.com, and get yourself this baby and have some fun and get creative. I absolutely loved making this. It's the perfect Christmas gift as well. If not to a family member or a friend, then to yourself. So anyway, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope to see you on the next one.